Test. Hopefully you can hear me. Yep, you can hear me. Yep, we're good. Alright, I'm building a zombies map because why not? And I'm also listening to podcasts. And if you don't listen to it, then that's fine with me. You don't gotta listen, you can just watch me build. And there's a story to why I'm building this map. I'll get into it if I feel like it. But right now, I'm just listening to podcasts, and if you want to hang out, then hang out and comment and stuff, and I'll talk to you. But other than that, I'm not going to be saying very much. Unless something in the podcast comes up that I'm interested in talking about, then I'll talk about that. So, yeah, why not? Hopefully you guys enjoy this new idea. And, yep, hopefully you all enjoy some H3 podcast.
What's going on? Everyone's playing Fortnite on the new...
Hang on, I can't do an ad. La 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 la. Okay. I'm not advertising anybody. Except for the podcast. I'll advertise that. I'll advertise that for sure.
I don't know why I did, but I just go like that. And she fucking snapped. And like never talked to me again.
What?
She goes, "Excuse me, can you please never do that again?" And I was like, "Whoa, yeah, I won't do that again."
That horse that died as a kid.
And I, so that I know you don't like it, but
not
I was
to that
like,
extent.
that was one of my crazy female interactions in college.
Fucking insane.
Like I thought it was going great. Like I thought we were really hitting it off.
Huh.
All it took was one of these.
My wife, it's pulling her ponytail.
Huh.
If you pull my wife's ponytail,
Really?
What happened?
like to a irrational place. Here's the kicker. You ready? Her dad pulls her ponytail all the time, and she doesn't say a fucking word.
Whoa.
And I went.
How do you analyze that?
While we were in Alabama, and her dad came up and said, "What's up, frog?" And pulled her ponytail, and she went, "Oh, daddy." And then I went up like a minute later. I was like, "What's up, frog?" And pulled her ponytail. And she went, "I don't ever fucking do that again." And I went, "He just did the same thing." She goes, "It's very different, very different." And I went, "Okay."
Wow.
You do not pull my wife's ponytail.
Have you tried to understand? Oh, have you tried to understand that?
No, I think that she wasn't allowed to have a. I mean, yeah, her dad's not watching this. I don't think she was allowed to have a voice with her dad. And I think that because she was afraid he'd leave because her mom bailed on her. So I think she wasn't afraid. And she didn't like it, but she couldn't vocalize that. And then when she feels safe with you, she vocalizes it.
Like it's a compliment, really, to you.
Yeah, when we all go to dinner, I want you to just I'll have my wife her in her ponytail and see if she vocalizes it to you, and then I'll just do it for her. Like right after, you can see her lose her shit.
So when we go out to dinner, you're inviting me to pull your wife's ponytail.
Just go, "What's up, frog? What's up, frog?"
I think I get punched in the face.
Yeah.
Nah, she's slow.
She's slow.
Yeah, she's got a lot slower the older she's gotten.
Recently, I was amazed to find out that you completed a triathlon.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I know.
How did you? I mean, like you don't.
I see you look. Did you see his eyes go right to my belly?
Well,
He literally went like this. That was a Me Too moment. He just went.
You don't look. You look like. I mean, not totally in shape, right? Not totally in shape.
No. I'm definitely out of shape.
But like you also, on one hand, did a triathlon.
Yeah.
So can you be both things?
I think so. I think I am the most in shape, out of shape guy in the world. Like I started with I ran the LA Marathon with no training at all.
How many miles was that?
26.2.
And you ran that?
Ran.
How did you place?
I mean, good. I ran it in 5 hours and 33 minutes. So, but not like great. Like,
What's average? Is that about average?
No, I think average is like probably 4 hours and 30 minutes or
So
something.
you were almost
really
average. Untrained.
Yeah.
Untrained.
How? I can barely run around the block, dude.
Well, what happened was
I can't run around the block.
we did that Sober October challenge. Me, Rogan,
Yeah.
Tom, and Ari, and we finished it. And we were, I felt brave. I had a little bravado because I'd just not drank or done drugs for a month, and so I'm like, I can do anything. And when we all get drunk on Joe's podcast, and I said very confidently, I could definitely run a marathon with no training. And everyone, Joe. In all fairness, Joe was the voice of reason, and he was like, "I think you could do it. I think it would hurt, but I don't think you can do it under 5 hours. I go, I can do it under 5 hours. And Ari was like, oh, you couldn't beat my dad. Ari's dad is a Holocaust survivor and 80 years old, and he had done it in like 6 hours. I go, I can definitely beat your dad. He's 80, Ari.
But how did you know that you could do that? Because, like I said, I cannot run around the block.
I didn't.
Do you run? Like how?
I mean, I run like a regular person would. I'm not like a.
How frequently do you go for runs?
I try to do it often, but like 3 miles is the longest I do.
How are you? If you run 3 miles regularly, how are you still so
in shape? I drink a lot. I think I drink a lot is what the number one thing.
Yeah.
And so then I said I could do it. So I signed up for the LA Marathon, no training, like other than regular. Just like I didn't do a marathon plan. I just basically jogged whenever I felt like jogging. I didn't jog when I didn't want to jog. I drank the night before, showed up, no training, and I was bragging about it. I was like in line on Instagram stories going, "Did you train for this?" I was like, "Not me." And then I ran it, and I just jogged the whole way at 22 miles. My calves seized up, my quad seized up,
oh my God.
And the woman in front of me shit her pants, and I was like, oh. I saw her, and she was like an executive. She was like an executive, and it was like a Band-Aid, down one leg and up one cheek.
What?
And everyone started falling off like zombies, and I was like, oh, this is why you train,
bro.
And then I finished it.
That's incredible.
And so then Men's Health came to me, and they were like, you can find the trailer if you want to watch the trailer. This is on my Instagram. You can see the trailer of this. Men's Health came to me and they're like very candidly, there are inspirational people online, like that are like Cameron Haynes and David Goggins and Jocko Willink and Peter Attia. All these guys are like ultra marathon swimmers, Navy SEALs, ultra marathon runners. You know, these guys are just amazing individuals, and they are inspiring. To me, I'm inspired by every single one of them. I watch them and I listen to them and I go, I think their sayings when I don't want to do stuff. And they're like, but I think a lot of people see those and go, well, I'll never be able to do that. And then they go, and then we see you do it, and you're like accessible to the average guy. So Men's Health is like, we want to follow you do another marathon. I'm like, I'm never doing another marathon. I'm done. That was the dumbest thing I ever did. And they're like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I've always wanted to do a triathlon. And they're like, we'll get you a triathlon coach, we'll get you a nutritionist, we'll get you everything.
You prepared.
I rode my bike once. I bought a really nice bike, but I rode it once just to make sure I knew how to work the gears. I ran on treadmills. I didn't really run in the open road too much.
But how?
And then I did the swim. The only thing I did was swimming, but I didn't even swim that much because, technically, because my triathlon coach saw me swim once. He was like, "You're a swimmer. You'll be fine."
You're like an elite athlete.
No, can someone please isolate that audio? Send that to me from my ringtone.
I swear to God,
dude.
If you came up to me and said, I run a marathon and a triathlon,
and a half marathon and a Spartan race
and
within the last 4 months.
I would say, this guy is a fucking psycho. I don't know what he's just a pathological liar.
Oh no,
I wouldn't even believe it.
Yeah, it's all on Instagram.
No, I did. I know. I've seen it.
Here's what's crazy is that
it's that unbelievable.
Part of me was like, so to finish the triathlon story, they were like, my triathlon coach was like, all right, we're ballparking it. Like day of, he's like, if you can do the triathlon in an hour and 45 minutes, he's like, that's what I think your goal should be, go an hour and 45. But then I got out there and I got competitive, and I almost died. I got into the swim and I was like in 4th place, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, what are these guys, idiots? and then all of a sudden this Chinese guy jumped on my back and sunk me, and I breathed in water, and then everyone started climbing over top. It was like a fucking mosh pit. It started freaking in 100 feet of water, 400 yards from the shore, and I'm just like, fuck this. I ended up on my back going like this for like 200 yards.
Don't give a shit. They're just so in the zone.
It's a competition. It's a race. Is there something at stake?
It was trying to get you out of the way?
Yeah. Basically, you're in their way, and they just climb all over you.
Is there a prize?
No prize. No prize.
Competitive.
Just competitive.
Love for the game.
Yeah, and so I got out of the water in like 10 minutes, I think, 8 minutes. I don't know, because I didn't stop my watch at the right moment. I stopped my watch.
Smoked after your near drowning experience.
I did, but then I got my shit together. Trust me, there was a moment where I almost waved the lifeguard like, I need help.
Dude, that's serious.
They're all right there, and you can just be like, just hold on to your board for like 2 minutes.
You with like just give me the sign.
They were kids. They were children just sitting on board.
You have to be rescued by some child.
And I was like, that's not happening. So I got on my back and I back swam for a second. And then I flipped over, finished the swim in like 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. got on a bike, and I was like, oh, I'm smoking, dude. But then I go to the uphill, and they all just pass me. I was like gassed out from falling out. Uphill by a prison.
I can't walk uphill.
Dude. and
I'm so impressed. I
ended up doing the triathlon in an hour 21 instead of an hour 45. And they were like, what? Anyway, but
what
here's
the fuck? Were you an athlete? When you were a younger man?
Yeah.
You're an athletic guy.
I'm an athletic guy.
Okay.
Baseball. But here's the thing.
What position?
Catcher, left field, third base. Yeah.
Monster hitter? Power hitter?
No, I've always been a third, but not like. I mean, I guess I was bigger than everyone else usually, but yeah, got recruited to go to college and then went to Florida State to walk on.
Okay.
And then went to one practice and was like, this is not for me. But like, catch bullpens. I walked. I'm not even joking. I walked off that field, out the left field fence. Went straight over to my dorm, Sally Hall, room 111. Went in, Chili Willy, Paul Pizzo, Chandler Perry were all in the room, just getting high. We used to do this thing called time traveling, where we'd black out all the windows, play Pink Floyd, and lay on the ground, smoke weed, and just time travel. And I was like, I'm done baseball. I'm gonna party professionally. And listen to Pink Floyd, just welcome to the machine. But here's the thing that I believe, right? Casey Neistat. Very interesting guy.
Yeah.
Very polarizing. Sometimes, as a fan, he can be polarizing. I know you worked with him and you're friends with him, but like, I'm a fan of his for years now.
Yeah.
He said something that just stuck with me, like stuck so heavy with me. Someone was asking him about Snapchat, and he goes, "I do Snapchat the way I do everything. Tell a story, and just have a beginning, middle, and an end." And I went, I didn't understand Snapchat at the time, and I was like, oh, okay, so when Instagram stories came out, and that was more accessible for me and my fan base, I think, I went, what I'll do is I'll find ways to tell a story. So I'll do a half marathon, I'll do a Spartan race, I'll do a triathlon, I'll do a marathon, I'll go to Paris, I'll take it on tour, I'm doing a theater tour, come follow my story, and then have a beginning, middle, and end. Like, you find me, and that is how I use Instagram stories. And so someone like a triathlon, I find that fun. I mean, my interaction was like through the roof that day.
Really?
And then people are like, I'm going in and like going into American Airlines to check in for my flight, and the lady checking me is like, hey, how's the triathlon? And I'm like, oh, it's good. She's like, I love your stories.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and so I think that is how I use Instagram. And then I use the feed part for like that one big promo I shoot, or, you know.
Yeah.
So, so I'm going to Paris next week, just on a lark. So I was like, fuck it.
A lark?
Yeah.
Just like a little adventure?
Yeah, because I was like, I got a special to promote.
What's a lark?
And I have, it's just like,
whim?
Yeah, on a whim.
A lark.
Spontaneous?
Spontaneous. I had a weekend off, and I was like, I'm gonna probably be doing press, and I was like, in New York. And then part of me is like, you know what? I'll just go to Paris.
You're feeling adventurous.
Yeah, and I'll put it on my stories, and then people can follow me in Paris and eat my way through Paris and drink my way into the night, and then find out where I stay. And so, you know, I was like, fuck it, why not? You know? It's like,
we're having a
Nice.
lark this weekend.
Yeah.
where are you guys going?
Santa Cruz, not as
Ooh, Santa Cruz is
It's my favorite place.
Yeah, we lived there together for a year.
Yeah.
Really?
Love that place.
Now, do you guys turn off your professional life when you go do
This
This
weekend,
time.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Total distance.
Last time we were there, we were shooting a vlog, and it's like, yeah, it's always kind of like you're half busy with that.
That's why I stopped doing
Your
it.
mind
Yeah.
is occupied
Yeah.
with, like, where's that good shot coming?
Yeah.
You know?
That's why
And you
Casey,
gotta get up
that's
to
what I think about Casey Neistat, is like, when he stopped doing his vlog, I was like, thank God, because he seems like he has a really cool life, but I know that he's not getting to taste it.
Yeah.
Because when he's getting in the helicopter, he's also thinking of his exterior shot,
Yeah.
his entry
His
shot,
drone shot,
his
his-
drone shot. He's got all these shots.
3 angles.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that we've gone through that, and that's
Yeah.
why we pretty much stopped making videos on our main channel. And
Really?
I mean, we haven't posted there in a long time. And we just kind of one day we're like, we cannot sustain this anymore.
It's too hard. My daughter, you'll hear my daughter say stuff like, everything doesn't need to go on Instagram, Dad. And you're just like, yeah, but you...
Well, it's about your relationship with it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't bother you, if you're excited and it's fun for you, then that's wholesome and good.
Yeah.
But for us, and I'm sure for Casey too, where it's like, it feels bad, and you're aware that it feels bad, and you don't want to be doing it, and you're anxious and you're stressed all the time. That's when it's bad. But if you enjoy it,
Yeah.
then God bless.
I loved when you guys did that, like, co-share, or what is it called when you swap, or what's it called? flip-flop when you guys both do something for each other's channel?
Oh, collab.
Collab.
I was like, whoa. We did the
ran each other.
Yeah. That was fun.
But
That
the
was
stuff
fun.
I
That
wanted
was
to
fun,
see was this, like, part of me was like, I wish someone else had a camera. I wanted to see the points that you did. I want to see what you guys did in the show. You know what I mean? Like, that's the fascinating part for me. That's what I love about podcasts. Is like, you put your armor down and you just share sometimes stuff you don't like front wiping, you know?
No, I know.
Right, because those videos are so edited.
Yeah.
You know, from 2 hours, it could go down to 10 minutes.
Of course, every time.
Yeah.
And that's the curtain. That's why I love doing the show live too, because it's like no take backs, dude.
Yep.
It's all out there.
Dude, it holds you accountable. Here's what I also love about a podcast, and I've said this a number of times, is that if you're watching this and listening, and you hear something you're offended by,
This is so bad.
an extension of social media.
Oh.
Share what offends you with the person creating it, and explain to them why, and help change their mind, as opposed to like tattletaling. Like, I've said some fucked up stuff on my podcast, legit, across the board, and my fans will always be like, bro, that was like 1 hour 33 seconds, 22 minutes. Like, check what you gotta really think that. I know that everyone's laughing in the room, but it's not funny, and you're like, oh, okay. So I mean, dude, I was at the beginning of podcasting when you could go out and say shit and ruin friendships.
Dang.
You didn't even know you were doing it. You were just like
what? Like, how would that happen?
me. There's this comedian. I won't say his name, so I won't like put him on blast. But he kind of like took a story from me, and
What does that mean?
Like a bit.
He was telling a story, and when he was telling the story, he was saying that it happened to me. When he was telling it on stage, he was saying, it happened to Bert, And then one day, Tom, so we were all three friends, Tom called me up, he's like, hey man, just so you know, he's saying it happened to him now. And he never really talked to me about that, he just started doing it, thinking...
And you guys were close friends?
We were pretty close.
So that's pretty taboo, right? I mean,
yeah, really taboo.
Yeah.
And I tried to have a conversation with him, and it...
Was that a bit you wanted to use?
Actually, no. That's what's problematic about it. But the problem was, I almost really didn't want the bit out there.
Yeah.
Because it's a great story. But part of me was like, you know what? The person that's involved in the story, they may not remember that it happened to me. They definitely will know it didn't happen to you. But then when it comes back to me, he's going to be like, what? And I'm going to look like an asshole.
Yeah.
So I'd rather... And if I just do decide to tell it, I want to tell it on my timeline. I want to be the one to be able to tell it.
Yeah.
I want to meet the guy that it happened with and say again and go, hey man, this story happened, and it's a great story. I won't tell you the story, but I'd like to tell it on stage. I need your blessing. That's how I go about it.
Yeah.
But this other guy just started saying it happened to him, and then I went on the podcast site, and Joe just asked me about it, and this is like 8 years ago. And I just told him,
Okay,
like
so
the way we're
those
talking
two
right now,
right
it's
there.
like, and dude, I was unaware of how many people were listening.
Look, Doing, I didn't freaking know. Wow.
And then it started a huge fight between me and the guy, and then the guy just like, fuck you, not my friend. And in my head I was like, it was just really confusing, and I haven't spoken to the guy since.
Wow.
But I did that to a couple people. Like, I would just get drunk on a podcast.
That's being honest, dude. That's the killer. I used to drink, and I pretty much stopped. Because, like, when you're live, you want to make sure that you're saying what you mean.
Yeah, but I'm drunk so much that I'm
a bad drunk.
I
flip tables.
I remember.
That may have been the last time I drank.
For real?
No, there weren't a couple.
I'm pretty cool, and still fight myself if I know it's gonna hurt somebody. But if it's about me or like my thoughts on the show, and if they're messed up, then I'll either defend them or go, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
I fucked up. Yeah, you know. But
What did the guy say? What did
We're
the
not
guy
doing
say?
movies,
That makes it so you're
Oh,
in
they actually just... I don't know.
you are a garbage human being. You're a piece of shit. You have no friends, and you'll realize in a year that I was the only friend you ever had, and you have no friends. And he's like, lose my number. I don't ever want to speak to you again. You're dead to me. And I was like, and by the way, it was so confusing at the time because I thought we were okay. Like, I thought we were gonna figure this out. You know, like I thought we could figure all of this out and everyone was gonna be fine. And he said that, and at that point, it was Christmas Eve. And I was so, like, and I went on a hike up to the mountain with my daughters and to the Hollywood sign. And I got up there and it was like, there's so much energy in trying to fix this when the guy doesn't want to fix it. And to be honest with you, I go, in clear conscience, I didn't do anything wrong. And like I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. And I was like, I gotta let this go. This is Christmas Eve. And I let it go that day. And I said, my wife said, let it go right now. Never, don't talk to this about this. There used to be, I'll tell you, there's a funny incident that I'll tell you about it. It's like, let it go now. And just let it go. You can't friends with him, never talk to him again. This is out of your life. That's what it is. That's what he wants. That's what you want. That's what you need. That's good advice. That's why. It's hard to let go of people who go out of your life. To break up with a friend, and then we're not having fun anymore. And because to a dude, it sounds so weird. I've broken up with dudes before. My buddy Eddie and I have broken up 3 times.
I've broken up with guys before.
Well, there's the one when, you know.
I guess I don't know. Was there a big breakup? I don't
No.
know. Say it on the air. Did I have a big male breakup that I don't remember?
No, you know. Oh.
My buddy Eddie and I
Now
have
I'm
broken
really
up.
interested.
We've broken up a number of times, and then he's also broken up with my buddy Chris. And so I remember one time going to Atlanta and being like, hey, Chris, we should all hang out. And he's like, oh, Eddie and I are on a break right now.
That's a great thing to say about
I
it.
was like, you don't think you guys could just get together for a weekend so we can all hang out? He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see if we can get back together. I'm like,
But I am intrigued, and I don't want to bring it up. I'm just only asking because I'm intrigued. But did he ever come to terms with
Yes.
like he's like, yes, that was your story, and I stole it.
yes, I think he's definitely come to terms with it.
Did he ever apologize? Be like, I should have done that, but you shouldn't have done that. Was it like
No,
that kind
we've
of thing?
never spoken since. We at a time had shared a manager and we had a friend, and that manager tried to negotiate, like almost like a getting back together, but I had said, you know, when that thing went down, I was like, I'm done. And then I grew into like a different man than the guy I am today, and I don't think I could ever go back to the guy that he knew. Like, so I don't know if that would even work. But I've seen him on Twitter and Instagram every now and then, and he seems like he's doing.
Oh, I'm
All
so
I'll
confused.
say is, and I don't know, but it seems like he's doing very well, and he seems like he's very happy. I feel like he's gone through a lot, but I feel like he's found peace in his life. Like, I saw him on his Instagram. I went flipped through his Instagram the other day, and I was like, dude, I'm almost happy for him. Like, he seems like he's in so much of a better place than I ever knew him to be. And so, and by the way,
I was gonna ask, did it affect his career?
I think a little bit. But I think that was just part of it. I think some other stuff happened with him where he, like, I think just life got chaotic for him for a second, and he was so focused on everything else that he didn't have time to focus on his career. And then, but he's doing fine. I mean, he's working. Everyone's working. You know? Yeah.
I've definitely said and done shit on this podcast that has haunted me. Haunted me.
When we did, I mean, this is real. Like, I don't think I'll tell it to anyone. The biggest mistake I ever made in my life. Like, and it was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It was the right thing to do. But when we did the podcast where me, Ari, and Tom decided to do Sober October, they asked me how much I drank, and I sat there for a second, and I thought, I remember where I was sitting, I remember how I felt, I remember where I looked, because they were sitting in a certain way, and I looked at Tom, who I knew would be the most empathetic, and I thought, if you lie, you're always going to be lying. Just tell the truth. And I told him how many double Tito's and sodas I have in a day. And I looked at Tom, knowing Joe wasn't going to like the answer, and Ari wasn't going to like the answer. And Tom looked at me like, oh, bud.
What is that? What is it?
I'm like, 9.
9 vodkas a day? Is that how much you drink a day?
Like at night, like you go, you bring one on stage, you have another one, and then a couple more after that, and then whatever the answer. I don't even know what the answer was anymore. I don't even know what the answer was anymore.
Right.
But it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
And I remember Tom just looking at me like, oh, buddy. And Ari was like, oh, what? Not 9. Joe's energy changed, and he was like, wait. Hold on. And I went in bed that night.
God dang, I can't think of a solution. My brain's.
Show them the man behind the curtain. Like, I was like, why would you ever be
Okay, I gotta pause this for a minute. I gotta explain what's going on in my head. I'm confusing myself to death. Alright, so, like, this switch, right, it controls all these, and as you all see, it does drop every single zombie. But I was wanting to, like, you know, round 1, 2, 3, and 4, so on. I want it to, this switch, or I want all these dispensers, or at least some of them, to still go off when I switch off the 2. Because my idea is to make, like, other areas, kind of like, you know, kitchen, living room, and whatever the frick. But like they gotta come back here to push the button, and like, yeah. But I if I connect this button or this switch to all this, then you'll pretty much get round 1 again, literally. But well, maybe that's not a bad thing. Screw it. Let's just make this as hard as I... Oh, frick, it just feels weird. It don't feel right. I don't know why my head just... Oi. I want this to be right. But, okay. You know what? It's going to be hard either way. I'm making this really hard. That's the whole point. Is to do this better than somebody else did. That is my literal point. Boink. Okay. I'll do one more check of the dispenser. Make sure they're all moving. Wait, hey! Round 2 is supposed to... Frick. Ah, Lord have mercy on my soul. If I switch it to round 2... You know what? That ain't gonna be a bad thing, because if they can't get into the room, then it'll just keep on building up and building up and building. Ooh, I like that a lot. Ah, brain's working. Yeah, yep. This is going to fall into place. It's going to look great. Well, it might not look great, but it's going to be a great little mini game thing that me and my friends will play and live stream maybe, and YouTube videos on and stuff. So, yeah. Okay, back to podcast.
Did you know that people were going to react that way? Like,
I didn't.
Did you think that was somewhat normal amount to be drinking in a day?
It just got there. It just got there.
Have you scaled back since then?
Yeah. Well, we did Sober October, right? I didn't drink for a month. And then I went on a tear in November, obviously. But then what happened is I started getting ready for my special because I shot it in February. And then I was like, this is going to sound so fucking silly. The biggest thing I learned in after Sober October was that I can go to sleep sober. Like, I don't need to, like, put myself to sleep. I can just go lay in a bed and go, this will happen. Here we go. Here we go.
Previously,
Here we go.
you had this...
Every night I had to have a drink.
Right.
I had to have a drink to go to bed. It was the way I wrapped up my night. All right, guys, let's have dinner. Honey, you want to open a bottle of wine? Sure, a bottle of wine. Split a bottle of wine. She'd have a glass. I'd finish the rest. And then I'd make a cocktail, sit down, watch TV, make another cocktail. She'd go to bed. One more cocktail. Fuck it. Cigar and a one-hitter outside. Like, and it was every night. And then...
Do you ever concerned that you were growing an addiction?
No, I was way past that. Like, I wasn't worried about the addiction. I was like, we are where we are. This is what I do for a living. This is who I am. I fly, I party.
But then you quit cold turkey for a whole month.
Yeah, well, yeah, and everyone was like, you're going to have a stroke. And I was like, what? And then I was like...
It is dangerous if you're addicted to alcohol.
I wasn't addicted, apparently.
Well, if you consume it a lot.
Yeah, if you do it, but you got to do it. I mean, I'm not a doctor.
I've seen documentaries of alcohol addicts. It's a special kind. Like, these guys drink whole bottles.
It's very different.
More than that.
Once again, I'm not a doctor, so anyone listening, do not listen to what I'm telling you. Just because it worked for me, do not.
You have a freak body that you run triathlons and drink 9 drinks a day. And shit.
Well, what happened is, so we did Sober October, and then I was
kind
like,
of a shoe nice. You're like a successful shoe nice. You don't know what that means?
No idea.
But I think people. But like you have an incredible body.
This is gonna be hard.
You achieve, despite your efforts to just destroy your own body.
I take that as a compliment. But yeah, I just quit drinking, and then there was I felt no withdrawals. I felt no bounce back. I just was like, I didn't feel no...
sample your blood and like...
I felt no need to drink. I just was like,
you were fine.
I was like, cool. And then when I started drinking, I only started because we were in New Orleans, and I was with Ari. He's like, let's get fucking drunk. And I was like, cool. And we got a buzz again, and I drank a little bit. But then in November, I just got the offer, or like end of October, I got the offer for Netflix, and I was like, okay, now I gotta get to work. And so I just scaled back my drinking to like, if I wanted to party, I could party, but I had to focus on the special.
Right.
Didn't drink leading up to the special, did the special, and then LA Marathon was around the corner. Didn't drink going into that, and then like partied, but then was like, oh, triathlon's coming up, not drinking. Like, I'm not drinking right now, but that's what's scary is I don't like want to tell people like I'm not drinking, Like, that's not me. I drink if I want to drink. Like, if I wanted to drink, like tonight I'm taking a car service down to Irvine, taking it back. And in my head I'm like, alright, I drink tonight because I don't have to drive. I was like, I got 2 shows. I start the bikini story. And then I was like, maybe I'll text my friend and see if we can go for a bike ride tomorrow. If we go for a bike ride, I won't drink. But I'm definitely drinking Saturday night. Because, like, we're taking a party bus down to Irvine, and all the friends on it. And I'm going to party on that. I'm going to party back. We're doing a screening of my special at my friend's house. Screening room. I go and party on Sunday. And then I was like, I'm doing it on Sunday. So I'll go party. Like, I'll probably scale back early on Sunday night. When I get on a red eye to New York, I'm partying Monday. But yeah. I just look at when I can drink and
I wish I enjoyed drinking. I really do. I feel like I have nothing to unwind. I don't enjoy weed either.
Yeah.
You see people smoking, they seem to enjoy it so much. And when I smoke, they get happy, hungry, sleepy. That's what happens. What happens to me is fucking paranoid, depressed, gluttonous, obsessive, cranky. Oh.
It always brings people together too, and then people will be like,
best friends, we come together.
When you say no, it's just a disappointment.
Yeah, right. You want to play?
Sorry, I
You
don't
want to be
know.
my best friend right now?
Wouldn't it be great if they had fake weed where you could just hit it, you didn't get the smoke or anything, but you had that moment of connection, like, good shit, here you go. Right? I like a nice one-hitter of stuff that I've greenlit, like where I go to my own dispensary and I go, here's what I'm looking for. I like that, but I only like one hit. And then what I do now, probably more of, is I'll have a drink and then I'll take a one-hitter and then I'm good. Like, I can really...
What's a one? Oh, you mix and mash.
Just one hit of weed.
That is when I enjoy it the most.
This part's gonna be a little mini restaurant.
I can't go just
because
I
why
need
not
beer to take
make it
care of
something?
Not go just weed.
You know what? This is gonna be kind of like when I think about making the zombies map, I always think about the movie theater and Black Ops or whatever. So I want this to just kind of look like a mansion, but it really isn't, and you can't tell. But it's just, I want it to be huge. I want it to be, you know, well, like, yeah, I got plenty of room. I thought for a second it's because where it cuts off. I'm like, no, that ain't good. But yeah, I'm gonna make it pretty. In my head right now, this thing's gonna be huge. In my head. Now I don't know how tall I'm gonna make it, how far wide it's gonna go, but in my head, this is gonna be one massive map, and I might as well be kind of weird with it and just add everything that I possibly could into it, because it's gonna be just a zombies map. Who freaking cares what the freaking layout is? It's just gonna be a huge thing. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, now you gotta kind of piece together what I'm thinking, saying. That made no sense. Just hopefully you get what I'm saying. Jesus freaking Christ. Back to podcast.
That is my head. That's why I don't get it. I don't get it. And the only reason it's all is because you
Oh yeah, I ate edibles in my pancakes all the time. Like I do things, right? So I'm sitting down right now drinking, and I was like, fuck it. I'm not lying to this buzz. And I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna watch a cool movie. I eat the edibles. I'm barely drinking. I'm barely drinking to put me to sleep. And all of a sudden, I feel my muscles melting on the couch. And I'm like, okay, something's going on. Call my sisters. I go, hey, how many of those goldfish that I've had? They're like, one. And I go, I had a handful. And I'm like, oh, fill up this boy. You're for a ride. And I don't worry. I was like, whiskey, you gotta beat it to the fight. And I just started dying. Oh my god. I wish I could do that. Oh, not good. Not good. I ended up in bed, not forgetting how to breathe. I ended up in bed, forgetting how to breathe. I was like, we did this already. We have to think it through. No, we think it through. One breath in. Now what do we do with it? Hold it. Hold it. Hold it.
Yeah, that's the joy of smoking weed. I wish that I had something to unwind. I feel like I don't have any hobbies. I feel like I don't enjoy drugs. Is that what being depressed is? That's what I wonder myself. I say, I don't enjoy anything. Am I depressed? And the answer is probably yes, dude. Yes, you fucking idiot. You've been depressed.
See,
Dude, I can so relate to that. What the frick is wrong with me? Oh my god. But yeah, back to the podcast.
different. See, we're bad. By the way, this is super meta, but we're battling with something our parents never had to battle. Our parents never got to follow their dreams. So when they had a job at an insurance company, or my dad was a lawyer, he then got off work, was like, I hate that. Now I'm gonna do what I love. Mm-hmm. See, I only do what I love. So like my therapist was like, you need a hobby. I said, I have a hobby, is shooting a vlog. And he goes, that's not a hobby. I said, well, no, editing videos is a hobby. He goes, no. I go, writing jokes. He's like, that's not a hobby.
Right.
I was like, writing scripts. He's like, no. So I took
nothing work related.
Yeah. And so I took up leather working, making leather,
That's sick.
Wallets and stuff. And then in the middle of doing it, I'm like, I can sell these on my shows.
Yeah, you can never escape.
I can't escape it.
But you know, when I had a desk job for 5 years before we were successful here in Israel. Yeah, 5 fucking years marketing. And I had the work week sucked. I fucking hated every second of it. When those weekends, on those night homes, you see I'm closing my eyes because I'm cherishing it so much. We're bliss.
Dude, I said to someone, and this is, by the way, this is hashtag first world problems. I said to someone, I would love to have a job where I build fences, and then I could just leave my work there.
And they're like, I bet you would love to build fences.
Come home and be like,
I know somebody who builds
let's go
fences.
swimming! And everyone's like, Dad's home! And I can pull out Instagram and be like, we're getting in the pool. I got 2 shows in Irvine tonight. 30 tickets left in the late show. I would love to do that, but then you go, that guy building fences, he comes home and he's like, dude, I got a podcast. It's a passion project. It's my hobby. And you're like, oh, that's my job.
Yeah.
It's
Well, the thing is, I remember is those great weekends, but what I forget so easily is sitting 8 hours soullessly and feeling the minutes of your life take away down the drain. Your finite energy, your creative energy, the essence of who you are, going down the drain every fucking minute.
That's what I feel like on movie sets.
It's awful. It's
Really?
the worst.
Whenever I act,
Oh, 'cause it's a lot of
camera,
waiting?
I just sit there and I go, I am wasting my fucking time. I'm not even good at this. I don't know why I'm here. They want me to bring something original. I'm just gonna do
So
what
you know
I
what
think
it
they
feels
want.
like.
Dude, I cannot. I wouldn't mind doing a multicam where it's like Bert walks in, they're like, Dad's home, and you hear the whole studio on. Yay! I like that, the cheesy shit. I love.
Right.
But I couldn't. I don't think I could be.
You have long days on set? Because I've never been on set to that degree. You just sit there? You just sit there?
Sit there. I mean, I guess if you're someone creative like Dave Chappelle, you probably write a script. But
You multitask.
Yeah, you multitask, I guess.
I don't multitask. I just browse Twitter and I'm like, dude.
Eyes bothering you from Twitter? Because my eyes, I get up when I
don't know.
morning, I literally sit
does
for an
happen to
hour.
me.
Yeah, me too. By the way, does that bother you? Because I fucking hate that I do that. I'll wake up at 8 and I'll get out of bed at 10 and I'm like, what is wrong with you? You are sick, bro.
An hour.
I
give it an
hour.
The other day, my wife goes, you did that for an hour.
Yeah.
And the worst part is after 10 minutes, you've seen everything.
Everything. And by the way, I would love to switch phones and see what your discovery page looks like. Because mine is
Probably the same, though.
No, I don't think you have boats and guys hitting golf balls.
Well, here, let me show you. Here, let's go discover. I just have a trend for you. Oh.
Yeah.
John McCain. You don't see John McCain?
No, I see
200,000 tweets.
a woman on a motorcycle on a
Damn.
bobber.
Wait, are you on Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram. What do you?
I'm on.
Yeah.
No, Instagram's weird, man. They get weird on that.
Definitely based on what
I'm
you
kind of
look at.
embarrassed to show you. I didn't want to.
Anything with a cop getting. This is a cop getting hit by a car.
I watch a lot of meat. I'm obsessed with these Turkish chefs. They cook crazy meat.
Really?
And barbecue shit. I'm really into barbecuing and cooking. And there's all these Turkish meat guys, dude.
I have golfers all over my page.
What's
You're
with
into
that?
I
golf?
don't even really golf. I can golf. I golf, but I'm not a golfer. I said to someone, I said when we were talking about doing promo for the special, I was like, I'm gonna do a golf video, and they're like, why? I go, I don't know. They seem to be all over the place. I'm like, that's what you've been looking at.
Dude, golf is so popular right now.
Boats. I get a lot of boats, just dudes in boats. And I got the the faster than challenge.
Faster than?
Yeah, like I think it's just Black Instagram doing it. But they go, man, all these motherfuckers. It's a shot of the ground like this. So like this is the ground, this is the phone. The phone's on the ground.
Right.
You don't see the person's face. You see their foot step into shot, and then they start tying their shoes. Like, man, all these motherfuckers saying they'd be faster than me. Ain't nobody faster than me. And they're tying their shoe, and as soon as their shoe's tied, they're like, I'm fast, and they take off running away from the camera.
That's a weird one, dude. I'm
running challenge. Type in running challenge.
I'm not in the Black
running
Instagram.
Challenge.
Here, let me.
Oh, I'm all over Black Instagram.
That's
my. I think I might. Just be Black influencers.
What is it called?
Running challenge.
I am not. Huh.
Damn. Is this a?
Damn.
Am I not woke? Am I not woke for not knowing this? Oh, this is from 2016.
No, they're brand new. I think it's running.
Running Man Challenge?
Nope. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
There's a Running Challenge Instagram. This is niche, man. You're in deep on this shit.
I met Jesus and Miro through Black Twitter.
Is that another app? Is that a different app?
No, it's Running Challenge. Running Challenge. They're all Running Challenge.
All right. Well, you know what? Let me go on Instagram itself.
Look, Tekashi 6ix9ine did one of them. Oh, I think Tekashi 6ix9ine might have started it.
Oh fuck. I don't know how to. I don't know how to watch it so everyone can see it. Can you, hey, Ian? God damn it!
So
don't make me beg.
I'm going around. So back in the day, Jesus and Miro were all about Black Twitter, right? And I love Black Twitter. Like it was my favorite. And they'd have like the one that I got involved with was V-Day Gifts for the Hood. Hashtag
gifts for
Valentine's Day Gifts for Hood. And it was all I'm not saying I'm progressive, I'm just a regular dude, but like I found it to be a tad bit like almost a little racist because it was like the worst things about the hood, and they were saying that's what you should get for your girl for Valentine's Day. They're like, how about a mattress out behind the hood so she can jump on it? Like I was like, huh? And then they're like, get her a click clack, you know she needs one. Get her another baby. Like those were all the things, and I was like, and so then as a joke, I went on and I wrote V-Day Gifts for the Hood, and I was like, anything Dungeons and Dragons, son. And these guys were like, no man, this ain't for you. And I was like, what? Wow. And they're like, we don't play Dungeons and Dragons. Like they thought I was being serious. And I was like, okay, my bad. Yeah. So in the same hashtag, I'm replying to all of them, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I go, how about a classy pen? And they're like, no, bro, we don't fuck with classy pens. And they're like, and that was like, everyone's coming at me. And then I was like, all right, how about a bottle of champagne but spray it all over like a hoe? And they're like, that's more like it. Like,
we got some
running challenge.
Yeah, we got it. There we go. Good
and
work.
you do that under your profile?
Yeah.
I've been exploring the wireless world of Spring.
Come on.
The network Spring.
This I gotta tell you, Windows has been fucking me for so long with this Internet Explorer shit. Like nobody wants to use this shit. I have AdBlock installed. I'm doing a live show for a reason. I don't want pop-ups while I'm doing a live show. I have sponsors for Christ's sake. They play good money for those sponsorships. And now I've got Curiosity Stream plus Sprint getting free advertisement. I don't think so.
So wait, did it just go away?
I closed it. Now I gotta open it on Chrome on a separate menu. But I feel like I've changed it so many times to preference Chrome instead of Internet Explorer.
I was at the airport the day Tekashi 6ix9ine got jumped. Like he got into a fight he had an hour coming out.
I hate when people
Sorry.
This is it.
Yo, I like how fast
We gotta figure this out.
one video.
It's driving me crazy.
That was one video, like, I'm fast. I'm fast as fuck.
Well, what's going on? Wait, let me read this. I don't want to blink.
I guess he did this video, and then people are now copying that video
as the
running challenge. It started as Tekashi 6ix9ine.
So he's goofing around. He's a funny guy.
He's trolling. That's
Yo,
what
I
he's
hate when people, like, underestimate me. Like, how fast I am for one video. Like, that was one video, like, I'm fast.
They're saying he's slow or some shit.
I'm fast as fuck. Yo, I hate when people...
It's just on repeat.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tattoos or
Yeah.
he's got 6ix9ine tattooed all over.
That's dedication, man.
Yeah.
Making it work. There's only one way to do it this way.
I saw him get beat up. He got beat up at the airport, and then or not beat up. I mean, yeah, he got beat up, but and then I was in line behind them in security.
Oh, you were there.
Oh, I was there. I pulled up.
What happened?
I guess some Crips.
Oh, was it gang related?
Bloods, he was gang related.
Oh, no.
Bloods, maybe? I guess he was beef with Bloods. I have a joke inside my head. They should have called themselves Sickle Cell. He's got beef with Blood.
Oh, God. Really good. Really good.
I wish I had the video of you going, really good.
That was great.
He had some beef with Blood, and so they were at the airport, and they followed him to the airport, I guess. And then they got out, and they started talking trash, and then two guys fought his whole posse. Like, and I don't know if he got beat up. I can't remember if he got beat up, but they didn't win. And so,
it sounds like they were outmatched.
Well,
Put in
his
the
posse
kitchen.
had like 6 dudes with them, and
the Bloods was two. They took them out.
Bloods, and they didn't lose. I'll just say that. And so then the cops come, and I'm curb checking a bag, and I'm watching all this, and then and TMZ's there, and I'm like, and TMZ comes back, and I'm like, who is he? And he's like, Tekashi 6ix9ine. So then I go to the clear thing, and I go, hey, who's the rapper? And they're like, Tekashi 6ix9ine. And then one of the girls goes, he's got an album coming out. That's why he's fighting. And I was like, really? And then I was like,
TMZ was there?
TMZ was already there. But TMZ's at the
Why, if he was promoting, why would he get his ass kicked by two guys?
I think it's just...
I think he could have twisted that better.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just... I don't know. Anyway, I had friends go, don't even talk about him. Like, don't even bring his name up because people will kill, the Mexican mafia will kill you.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I was like, bro,
dude, you included me in this shit now? I'm wrapped up in this whole drama. I was just, when you were like, wow, Blood's following him to the airport, I was like, tell me how to make that not happen to me.
Yeah.
Apparently just mentioning his name and I'm a Blood's trailing me.
There are some black guys dressed in red following me. Sir, they're Skycap. Oh, sorry. But yeah, but then I watched, like, that was the beginning of me finding out who he was, and then he's been, like, everywhere ever since.
I've seen him everywhere. He just did a video with Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj?
I was like, wow. Well, Nicki Minaj been getting out lately. She did this. She's been she kind of collabs with a lot of people.
Did you hear a diss track about the guy she fucked?
So was that what she was saying, that she fucked Drake?
Yeah.
And all those guys?
All of them. And I loved it. Oh, she's saying she did, but I think it's a joke. Like, I tried to fuck 50 for a powerful hour, but all they want to do is talk power for hours. Like, it's a diss track of like all the guys that if she did have sex with them, this is how they'd have sex. I love the one she did about Odell Beckham. She was like something about, I wanted to have sex with Odell Beckham, but then I found, what is this?
Sorry, I didn't mean to stop you in your tracks.
Oh, this is so much better than that.
Paul Flart. You know Paul Blart, Mall Cop?
I do.
So this guy's an actual mall cop. His name's Paul Flart. And what he does is he takes a video of himself farting every day on the job. You want to start from the genesis, or you want to start somewhere in the middle?
I would like to go to the one with the most comments.
What?
Let's scroll through. 503.
Yeah, this is...
Paul Flart is born.
He was actually fired dramatically. There was a viral video where they found his account. And they're like, dude, you're fired. And he filmed the whole thing. I should probably...
How did I know?
Can you find that, Ian? This is a hot new thing. This is a hot new thing. Paul Flart. And Paul Flart. And he wrote, "We are off."
And we're off.
Not and, just...
No, I thought it said and.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
off.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my god. Does that have 74,000?
Whoa.
That was only...
plays?
Why don't they show the view? Because they're all video. I'm curious how many people are watching it. 100% real, 100% of the time. Paul Flart.
19,000 views.
I like that somehow one of these is somehow more watchable than another one.
Yeah.
But like this one went viral, but this one didn't get that many.
The composition was really...
Yeah. The guy I like to tell me, did you know Bob Menery? Oh, wait. You don't know Bob Menery?
Is that an Instagram thing?
Oh my god. He makes me laugh so fucking hard.
Instagram comedy thing?
Instagram, and he's...
Where's this?
I'll hang on. I'll text you the number of the one to watch. He just comments on, he does commentary over sporting events, but it's not.
Damn. I opened Discord. I clicked Discord. It doesn't open. I want to show you guys this video of him getting fired. I do want to watch that.
Paul, yeah, find me that one.
Loses his job.
There we go.
So we're going live. About to get fired from my job, probably. That's fine.
Oh my god, hold on. This isn't a costume.
Oh.
This is a real human being.
No, that's a real human being. Those were real farts on the job, and now he's being fired.
Oh my god.
Paul Flart loses his job to his viral fame is the title of this video, of which he titled this video, Paul Flart loses his job due to his viral fame.
Oh my god, I wish I had the balls to put that as a headline.
Here he said, before you complain about vertical video, I was live on Instagram when this happened, and they only support vertical to the best of my knowledge. Hashtag Paul Flart, hashtag fart.
By the way, now I have to fart.
Flart
Go
Army.
ahead.
In the mic?
Yeah, you could, yeah, go ahead. I mean, I don't, but I'll just say, I'm like watching an airball, like, and you don't wear underwear, do you?
Right.
Are you gonna shake
I'm
your
afraid.
pants?
I'm afraid.
Just remember, whoever
He's so afraid.
My body has started building.
Oh, what
I
the
saw
heck?
the airball.
I don't get it.
I was like, person gonna shit his pants right now.
Oh,
Do you need to use the bathroom?
nope.
Okay, not anymore.
Not anymore.
So this is Paul Flart losing his job.
What's going on?
Not much. Listen, we need to talk, man.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of pissed off people here.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm recording, sir.
Why are you recording? Take it off.
No, sir.
Flart.
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
You're not going to record me wearing that uniform.
I'm not recording you, sir. I'm recording me, sir.
Okay, you can turn it off.
Okay. Well, so you're firing me anyway, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so I'm going to
But
keep...
you need to turn it
I
off.
know. If you're going to fire me, I'm done.
Okay.
So I can just walk out of here right now, and then if that's it... I mean, if you guys are going to fire me, like, what's...
Well, you do realize that you're on a client's property.
Yeah.
Wearing
Yada yada yada. You get the idea.
No,
the legend.
the inaneness of him getting fired, the guy telling him to turn his camera off. He's like, no, if you're firing me, I'm not turning my camera off.
Yeah, you're fired.
Fucking mind. Wait, I'm fired, right? Alright, I just tweeted the one video from Bob Menery on my Twitter page. So if you go to Twitter and pull it up,
Wow.
This
is a really interesting way of giving me the ability to open a video.
I'm tweeting what I
tweeted. So here, let me go to your Twitter.
Okay. Okay, go down. And it's that right there. That's the
That's so
Instagram link.
funny. I love that.
Okay, you
this
gotta-
is how we share.
This is the way he comments. So imagine if this was the sports commentator for this, okay? And this is not politically incorrect, so if you get triggered, just hang up.
It's Bob's fault.
Well, Peter, let's call a spade a spade. These guys hate each other. Garcia in the black, Sosa in the blue, exchanging punches early. Oh my goodness! He rips his fucking jaw right off.
Jesus.
Sosa is no longer Sosa. His name's Gilbert Grape because he's retarded right now. Referee says, "Come here, son. What's my name?" Sosa says, "Your name, referee. My name, Jeff." Ref says,
My name, Jeff.
And oh
my God.
He gets ripped to the ground with a smash to the fucking temple. And that is going to be the end of the fight as Garcia is the victor.
That seems fun. I like this guy's job.
Holy shit.
He's really good at it, like the whole.
As Garcia is celebrating, we see Sosa in the fetal position right now. Once
It's
again saying,
so close to
"My
sounding
name's
real."
Jeff.
Yeah.
My name Jeff,
So
and he
good.
is
My
looking
name's
for the
Jeff.
ring. We will follow up soon. Well, Peter, let's
That's
call a
wonderful.
spade a
He does. He's. He's someone you can scroll through his Instagram, and they're not all the
Bob, what is
great-
it, Bob?
Bob Menery.
Menery.
And they're just funny. Like it makes me giggle. Just those little ones.
I love it. I love these guys just out there making comedy.
Yeah, it's like it's hit or miss. He's
Yeah.
got a ton of followers,
Right.
And normally everything he puts out just makes me giggle. But the best is I'll be flipping through them, and I'll be laying in bed listening to them, and all of a sudden my wife will come in and be like, "Yo, George had an overnight, and he's fucking yelling at the top of his lungs. Put your fucking phone down." He's fucking.
So, tell me about Secret Time on Netflix
Yeah.
right now. Streamable.
Yep.
Everybody has Netflix,
Everyone does.
pretty much.
I got it on my phone.
Yeah.
That's the bizarrest thing in the world is that I said to my daughters, don't watch Netflix. She goes, Dad, people watch Netflix on the ride to school on the bus.
I know.
And I'm like, oh my God, someone's
I
going
know.
to see me on the front page and be like, hey, is this your dad? Click. My wife looks like Elvis when she has an orgasm. So, but yeah, It was great, man. Shot it in Philadelphia at the Trocadero. Did 6 shows, taped 2. And first show was mediocre, wasn't that great. And then the late...
Really?
Yeah.
Why? How's the show mediocre?
It was raining that night, and the generator went out. And so we didn't have electricity for an hour and a half.
Oh.
So the first show had to wait in the rain for an hour and a half and lose their buzz. And then we brought them in, sat them, they're wet, they're unhappy.
Oh, man, that's a tough crowd.
And it's Philly.
That's a tough
And the guy's like, I don't give a shit if you're recording your special, I'm fucking soaking wet. My girl's hair's all fucked up. I don't know what accent I'm doing. And so then, first show was not the best. It was okay, it was like an 80 out of 100, but when you shoot a special, you want 100.
Yeah.
So I went upstairs, and I sat with my buddy Tony, and we had a coffee, and he left, and I was like, I've always said I like to be under pressure. I love things live. I love the pressure of things. I was like, time to prove it. And I went out and literally had the best set of my life. One of the best sets of my life.
Really?
Beginning to end. I mean, to the point where I screwed around and I added some shit. And then I was just like, keep it in.
Improvise.
And it was the best set of my life. And it went live last night, and I was looking like on Twitter, you kind of gingerly look and see like, fuck, what's something bad. And everything's been good, so you're just like, all right, cool, I'm good.
Yeah.
Just let it sit out there, live out there. People can watch it and enjoy it. If you don't like it, I think people are at this point, if they don't like it, they're not going to take the time to go and hate it online. So I probably won't see that, hopefully. But it's been a good response. And people like you guys have liked it.
We loved it.
Joe liked it.
We loved it.
I mean, listen.
We were like dying.
Not to blow smoke up your ass, but come on, you're one of the top guys.
Oh, very
Give me a
much.
break.
I appreciate it.
There's nobody that's gonna turn down and be like, this guy's fucking sucks. Like, you're at the top. You're top class, dude. You're killing it.
It's been. I'm very happy with it, and I think the real struggle is to make sure you have a new hour so that when you're touring now, people come out to see you and they see all that material. And so I got a new 52 minutes, so I'm cool.
So how long does it take you to prep like a whole hour like that?
From right now, from February until now. So
6 months.
Yeah, about 6 months to write a new hour.
And so you spent how many?
It's not great. It's not perfect, but it's a new hour that I can stand and talk. And then from this 6 months till the next 6 months, it'll get tighter, and I'll add some new bits. I'll find some new transitions, and I'll make things stronger. And then you hopefully.
Well, are you talking about your show that you're taking on the road?
The stand-up show I'm doing on the road right now. The one I'm doing tonight in Irvine.
Still evolving.
And so you're still evolving this one, but it's good. It's an hour of like new material. You fuck around a little bit on stage. You have fun in the moment. Little crowd work. I've been doing stand-up, so I can cheat it for an hour. But and then at the end I ask whatever stories people want to hear, and they always say the machine. I'll tell the machine. Flying dildos are the ones everyone always wants. And then next 6 months it gets better, and then you should get an offer within 3 months after that to do another special. Like 18 months is the period of that's the distance between specials it should be.
And so how is there a process? So by the time you're doing the Netflix special, you've already done this show tons of time.
Yes.
So there's no rehearsing. You're like, I know this.
What happens is like I did my one special when I gave it to you, and then I wrote my new hour.
Yeah.
And then I worked it, and I knew what I liked. I knew I had my one big piece that I loved was the zip lining story. So that was like the center. So I wanted to work. And the way Netflix works is people only watch 32 minutes. That's what they say, you know? So I wanted to put that in the middle so that if you were going to only watch 32 minutes, that's a medium bit. It's like a really great bit.
Right.
So that you go, oh, shit, now I'm watching the rest.
Right.
So I wanted the tent pole around that. And so I think I did properly. But what happened is by the time I got the offer in like the end of October, middle of October maybe, when I got the offer, I then said, it's fucking on. Like, I was like, I'm taping it in February, the end of February in Philly. I did 150 shows with that hour specifically.
Whoa.
Like, just, you go out on Tuesday, do 2 shows Tuesday, 2 shows Wednesday in different cities, then go a weekend. 2 shows Thursday, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday.
Right.
And I did that because you want to take that hour and you want to make it tight. You record it, you watch it, and you find out where the loose parts are, where you can just see lazy writing, and you find a joke there.
So you've taped it and watched it back, like watching like a baseball.
What it is like something you go, okay.
you've done it so many times, but you still know what's funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Because sometimes when we have to edit our own videos, we'll watch it so many times that we just feel like we don't even know anymore.
I think the difference is he's got an audience. You're like, oh shit.
But it's like the small things.
Maybe.
So there's really small things that will watch the tape and go, I did something different than I've done. And then you go, okay, that's now, then you're like, all right, that's in the bit.
Does it ever happen where you get laughter, but you're like, that's it?
Frick.
That's it. Thing.
It's not that special. The joke is it's a throwaway joke that's kind of cheap a little bit, a little hacky, but I thought it was a fun joke. I almost put it in the special. The joke was, you know what I think is really racist? They don't make black baby powder. Like, they just make white stuff. Like, they should make, and then I say to a white guy, like, you don't even get it. Like, when you get a rash, and this is the line when the line that doesn't make sense, it gets a laugh. I go, you get a rash, and you put it on, and it just blends in. But when he gets a rash, and I point to a black guy, I go, he's got to ghost ride the whip. It makes no fucking sense, but it just is a silly line. And people, I had a friend who's like, no one should laugh at that. It's not right. And I go, I don't know, but it gets a giggle. And they're like, and I love lines like that where the wording doesn't even make sense, and people are like,
it just sounds funny.
Yeah, so,
that's funny.
Like, I had another joke about black dicks in the same joke. I was like, you'd think black is a slimming color. But the white one should look big, like a lighthouse in a fog or a flashlight in a haunted house. And then I go, what are you kids doing in here? And everyone's like, no, that's not how a flashlight in a haunted house works. What are you kids doing in here? And I was like, oh, I must have been thinking of Scooby-Doo. I was like, what are you kids doing in here? But if it works, it works. It's like, you can't explain, you can't try to define what makes people laugh. You just go, it works.
The life cycle is you work it into this, you really refine it, like, in the most fine way possible, technical way possible, and you just hope that Netflix is like, all right, we want it now, or do you kind of know that they're gonna buy it at the end of the life cycle?
No, I think there's two ways to go about it. One, the situation I was in is I had the hour. I told my agents I got the hour. I'm ready to do it. I've recorded it. I paid for a company to come in and record it for me professionally, but not professionally.
Yeah,
like on the Canon 7Ds. Like, they shot it, looked pretty. I had it, and I said I got it to show to them, and then they were like, no, we're good. We'll take it. We don't need to see it sight unseen to buy it. We trust that you can deliver. And so then. But I'd already had a place. I'd already booked the truck to do shows. I knew I was going to shoot my special there. But then I get the offer from Netflix, and then you go, okay, now I can pay for it. The other way, and this is the more interesting way, and I won't say anyone's name only because I don't know if it's not looked down upon at all. A lot of guys do it where they pay for it out of pocket. They pay for their special out of pocket. They shoot it and then they sell it to Netflix and make tons of money.
Really?
Like, I'll say a name of someone who's like the perfect example. Joe Coy went to Netflix and they were like, I don't know if they were like, didn't give him the number he liked or whatever. And Joe Coy's got money. He does really, always done well. He's got a restaurant in Vegas. Joe Coy's like, don't worry, I got it. Shot his own special in like a fucking stadium, I think. It's like in a huge theater. Then edits it, gives it to Netflix, goes, what do you think? And they're like, oh, we want it. And he was like, I'll tell you the price now. And so then Joe Coy sells it for like a ton of money. But I was in it's different. Because some people do that on a lower scale. But some people like Joe, who got the money, they make it legit a deliverable. Like where Netflix wants it. I was lucky enough that Netflix wanted to do mine out of pocket, out of their own pocket. So that's how I got mine. Right. But even still, you're on the list of like all the big comics they have coming out. Yeah. How important are you going to be on that list? You got to hope that they watch it and they like it.
Right. And is this your first special that was on Netflix?
Yeah.
That's good.
Special. And then they liked it so much they bought my earlier special.
The machine?
The machine. They're
that
like,
was on Showtime.
They're like, we want to buy that, and I owned it.
Oh.
They're like, you want to buy that for me? We'll put that on too. So this will air for like 3 months, and then that will air for like and then they'll be on for like 4 years, I think.
So the machine is on Netflix right now?
It should be on. Well, it'll be on after this airs for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
They want this to, you know, kind of, I guess, establish a fan base, and then when they put the other one on.
Do you benefit when people watch it, or they just straight licensing deal?
No, straight. They own it. I don't think they own it.
I think he benefits just from
I just benefit.
Well, they know
the rating. Like if they see that it does really well.
Yeah. I think I get the right. They own it for like maybe 4. I don't know. By the way, I don't know the answer to this. So I think I own it for like 4 years. And at the end of 4 years, they can either, you know, give me like a real small. It's a benefit to have it on Netflix as opposed to have it in your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think Tom's first special when it ran out in 4 years, and I'm sure they were like, you can have it back, and Tom was like, or you can just keep it on Netflix. And they're like, okay, we'll keep it on Netflix. Like, all right, cool, yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
But then, you know, some guys like Bill Burr are like, no, I'll take my library back and I'll own everything.
Yeah.
And then when he dies, everyone's like, wait, how do we get that Bill Burr thing?
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, so.
Low life insurance policy.
I guess. He's so much money.
Oh, I believe that. Bill Burr. But where would he have made his fortune? Just from selling stand-up?
Oh, dude. He's
really
cool.
He sells huge. So he's playing in New York at like one of the huge venues. He plays like stadium.
He has one of the coolest stories. He went into Boston, and they were like, "Hey, we want to book you at the Wilbur." And he's like, "Great." Wilbur sits 1,200 people, and they're like, "Great." And he's like, "Cool. You want to do? We'll put a show on sale, and we'll see if we can add a show." And he's like, "All right." So then they put the show on sale. It sells out in like 5 minutes. Wow. And they're like, "Okay, do you want to add a show?" And he's like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You know, that sold out so quickly. Maybe do you want to add a Sunday show as well?" And he's like, "Yeah." So they put this. They hold the Sunday show. They put second show on sale on Saturday. That sells out in 5 minutes. They put the show on Sunday. Sells out. Add another show. Sells out. He sold out 19 shows.
What?
He was there for like 2 weeks in Boston. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Wow.
Sunday. And he was at home. That's like staying at his parents' house.
Wow.
And so, dude, and that is Monday.
Oh, yeah.
That is like buy your house in cash money. Like that is.
Oh yeah. Good for him. He's amazing.
Yeah.
I love.
You gotta get Bill on your podcast.
We're fans.
Let me organize that. Let me make that happen.
Huge fans.
Let me make that happen.
We listen to his podcast, like, you know.
Well, that's not a question. That's not a question. I'm making that happen. That's not a question. Yeah. Bill's one of my best friends. I love him. And Bill right now is like you know the conversation we outside. Bill wants to have that conversation with you.
I'm there.
Wants to pick your brain. He's like,
because I guess I won't. I don't know how much I want to say on the air about what we were talking about.
Yeah.
But when I listen to his show, now nobody knows anything what we're talking about. I'm like not even doing the show anymore.
I know. Part of me is like, is this still recording? Is this for our product collection?
Yeah. But like
when I on podcast, they go, "Do you release this?" I go, "No, it's just for my interest. It's my SMR."
But when I listen to his show, I'm very keen on everything he does in that realm. I listen.
We have some feedback.
He's
everyone's like, "What the fuck are they talking about?"
Everyone gets different compliments, different, right? Like so Segura's compliment he always gets. Like Segura is not approachable. Like no one says hi to him.
Really?
Because he looks like a surly bear. So like whenever I'm with Segura, people are always like do one of two things. They'll go like, "Oh shit, the machine," and I'm like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Oh my god, dude, can I get a picture with your shirt off?" I'm like, "Of course." So I take my shirt off in public.
How many times a day do you whip your shirt off?
Today, 4 times today.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then inevitably they'll go like, "Hi Tom, I'm a big fan," and then they'll just walk away.
That's strange. I find him approachable.
Dude, we were eating lunch one time. We're sitting at a table eating lunch, and this guy's right next to us, and all of a sudden he goes, "Holy shit!" He's like, "Bert, oh my god, the machine! I can't believe like." And he's like, "You're eating lunch with Tom Segura? Like, oh my god, I'm like a fan of both of you guys." I go, "Oh, thanks so much." And Tom goes, "Hey man, we're trying to eat lunch." And I'm like, Tom. And Tom's like, "What, man?" He's like, "Guys, come on."
Who loves you?
He's like, "Do you want to eat lunch or do you want to sit and talk to this guy all day?" And I'm like, "Oh."
I love that.
So Bill gets, this is what Bill gets, right? If I get like 2 take a shirt off one of the shots, people look at Instagram, they're like, legit, one fan said to him, I'm not even joking, on Instagram said, "Hey Tom, I saw you in the airport and I nodded and I apologize. I didn't want to get in your space, but I am a big fan." And Tom's like, "Thank you." By the way, he's a nice guy. Like you see him and you say hi, he'll be like, "Oh hey." Like he's not a dick, that we can't be, but Bill gets guys who greatest thinker of our generation. I mean, the way your mind works. And then they'll literally look at you like, I have no idea who you are. I apologize. You're the greatest thinker you ever. And then Bill's like, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Very kind. Very kind. Yeah.
Wow. Respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Godfather respect.
Dude, his brain works like.
Well, that's when I listen to his podcast. It's like he's doing material, but he's just talking about his day. And I'm just like, how the fuck is this so funny? Dude is just talking about his day, and he's like doing, like, I'm like, did he write this?
His Conans are epic. His
latest Conan was amazing.
Yeah.
His latest Conan.
We just watched the latest one.
I haven't seen it.
It was great.
So funny.
Someone wrote back. No, I got Bill. I was harassing him, and we got him to use Instagram, right? So he starts using Instagram. By the way, it's like your dad using Instagram. He's like, "This is the sandwich I'm having for lunch."
Right.
And so, but on Instagram, he was like, "Great Conan tonight. I wore this shirt, and now it's in the rotation. We got a lucky shirt." And I was like, "Okay, if Bill Burr thinks he's got a lucky shirt, that would be
balls! I forgot to do the.
Conan."
It was.
Wow.
It really was.
No, it was great.
Yeah,
I mean, it's on YouTube. The clip. If you don't
Yeah.
watch the whole damn thing.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight. When I go down to the. What time is it? Oh, we're fine. I'm fine.
It's what time is it?
We've done a long one.
We're done.
Really? How long?
I mean, it's over 2 hours
Yeah,
already.
By the way, the first one we did was 3 hours. And
2:20.
Even to today, it's probably still one of the longest ones.
For
we've
real?
done. I think the longest.
Okay, I'll go ahead and change the podcast real quick. And just to throw you a bone and explain why or what I'm doing exactly. So far I already have round 1 complete. This is supposed to be just a round 1 arena. But once you start moving into round 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 1 will always be a part of it. But I know it kind of sounds inconvenient that it come all the way back here and push a button. But that's the whole point of being automated, so you don't have to have somebody spawning in zombies like a loser. Like, I know somebody who does that. And I'm trying to do it better than him. So I'm going all the way out. I'm going to make it to where it's automated. And I know it's a little bit inconvenient, but, you know, I think it'll be worth it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a lot harder than his, I will say that, for dang sure. Because, just because there's going to be so many freaking things spawning in. I mean, just in the corners alone, there's 16 things spawning in. They could be either wither skeletons, pigmen, regular skeletons, or a zombie. If you get a mixture of all those, you gotta know what you're freaking doing. You gotta be freaking careful. Like, and you're gonna be crowded in here, you know, all crowded and whatnot. So you have to be able to. You're gonna want to get out of here as fast as you possibly can. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think it'll work out. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little bit. It's gonna get a little bit tight with the redstone. I think. I'm not too sure. I think it might not be as tight as I'm thinking it will be, but I think it'll be fine. We'll see. Because I was worried at first that I didn't want the second switch I didn't want all the switches to be connected to one arena. But then again, it kind of makes sense. Like, you know, in my head, it makes sense for, you know, your spawning room, I guess, if you want to call it that, to be the hardest one. Well, no, why am I saying it like that? Oh, yeah. I can't explain what's going on in my freaking head. I know it's going to work out right. I know it's going to be right. But explaining what the frick I'm doing when I'm not doing what I usually do with Minecraft is just like, oi. But I know what I'm doing. It's going to look great. You can rely on me. I wouldn't lie to you. Alright? I'm being honest. But, yeah, there. I just need to add some more dispensers to this room. Or add some dispensers to this room. Because there's no dispensers at all in this room. That way round 2 can still be a thing. Because I don't want round 1 to be the only round you get to. Because you gotta be more... this is why I don't talk. Let's just start the podcast again. Jesus Christ. I don't need to hear an ad! Especially when I'm streaming for YouTube crap. Just, YouTube, chill with the ads. Wait, is there... I know I got kind of a backlog of podcasts to listen to. You know what? Screw it.
It goes back to a horse. It's like a horse lingo, but it's like, that guy's a fucking stud. So this girl with this insatiable hunger for cock is finally, after all of her searching on the earth for this one stud that could...
You know what? I'm going to pass that one up.
Asshole. So if everyone could please focus on what's...
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
So anyway, I was going to nair my asshole because it just seemed so insane. I was like, for the sake of the show, let's do it.
Yeah.
But the other side of me was like, this is kind of a really weird, insane thing to do.
And you could burn your skin.
Yeah, and the asshole is pretty sensitive, right? Apparently. From what I understand. But then, I had a feeling that this guy was talking with me.
Yeah.
He seemed genuine, but I can see someone be like, I'm gonna get Ethan and nair his asshole. Knowing full well that would ruin my life. So another great fan, he's like, dude, do not nair your asshole. Here is why. And he sent me this Craigslist story that's so funny. I had to read it to you guys and share it with you guys. So for now, this story alone put my nairing my asshole
on hold.
On hold. I'm
you know they got some really weird conversations.
We got the product at home.
Yeah, I got 3. I don't know why in Amazon they made me buy 3 bottles.
Jesus Christ, what is with all these weird conversations? If I can't find anything that's not incredibly weird, then I'll just keep it. But goodness me. Yeah, well, I think we might as well just stay. We're already knee deep.
So it looks like I'm this fucking weird guy who's just like, I have an apocalypse stat in my asshole. Look, the world may be ending, but my asshole is gonna be clean.
Well, I don't know.
My pursuit of a sensitive nair that wouldn't burn my asshole, I found a product called Balls Balm that's made for applying to your balls. Balls Balm? Oh, the guy got applying some Balls Balm. So I don't know, I've got Balls Balm. And I was thinking of just seeing what happens. But you guys read this. This is spooky. And it rings so true. So this was from Craigslist. It's called Warning. Don't shave that hair. I've recently made mistakes in life, and I offer my story to you that you may learn from my hair. It all started anything to do with me. No. Dan, I think we need some kind of music.
So, what kind of story is it? I mean,
I want to play. Can you play sad violin?
let me try and find some.
No, I was not constipated. This was not a regularity problem, but a matter of technique. It seems my ass hair had grown to such a length that my tiny grogans were constantly getting tied up in the matted jungle between my ass cheeks. It led so much frustration, with me knowing that I still had something to drop, but unable to shake the tenacious turd loose from its butt hair dwelling. Eventually I would have to do 2 things, either reach down with some paper and try to pinch off the lingering loaf, which required careful precision to avoid smearing the creature over my rear, especially since I had no way of seeing what I was doing, or just go for broke, start wiping, and hope that I could remove all the leftover fecal matter before the toilet reached its can't-be-flushed threshold. I was contemplating this problem. This is very long.
Yeah, can you cut to the...
Can I paraphrase? Here, let me paraphrase. So, yada yada yada, he did the deed. Now I have great respect for anal hair. Like everything in this world God created, it has its almighty purpose and exists. It was only after I had removed it that I started to learn how much I had been taking it for granted. For one, it provides friction. I learned that this next day when I walked out into the sun headed for class. After climbing 2 flights of stairs and starting to sweat, I started to notice something unpleasant. The sweat was accumulating in my crack and was causing the unpleasant sensation of my 2 ass cheeks sliding past each other with every step. I thought about going to the bathroom and starting to wipe it off, but I had to go to class and I thought eventually it would dry. Unfortunately, it did dry, but only after mingling with the microscopic shit molecules lingering around my brown starfish. Yes. When I stood up after class, my ass cheeks were stuck together in a slimy, sticky shit sweat combination.
Jesus.
As I made my way back to the dorm, it started to itch. God did it itch. I felt like a swarm of ants.
God did it
way up
itch.
and down my crowd, fighting to keep from jamming my hand down there and scratching away.
God
as I
did it
rushed
itch.
back to the dorm. Unfortunately, again, this excretion caused me to sweat, and when I finally reached my room, my cheeks were sliding back and forth against each other like a pair of horny cane toads. I quickly dropped my pants and attempted to dry my ass by sticking it in front of a fan and spreading my cheeks. As I pulled the two mounds of flesh apart, a horrible stench burst free and filled the room. Every dog within 4 blocks started to howl. I had the worst of it as the ripe aroma of festering shit and sweat went into the fan and blew into my face. I fought to keep from heaving as I sat there fighting vomit and my ass cheeks spread and dripping with the concentrated aroma of my body odor mixed with the tangy smell of my own shit blowing right into my face. I only had one thought. I will be like this until my hair grows back for weeks. Later on, trying to deal as best I could, wiping my ass at every opportunity, I discovered another wonderful use for this ass hair ventilation. I attempted to launch a fart, only to get it stuck between my ass cheeks. Apparently, with no hair, the two pink twins can get vacuum sealed together, and the result was a frustrating fart that slid up and down between my cheeks like a lost gerbil. As if there wasn't enough, I am now enduring further torture. As anyone who has ever shaved anything knows, when hair is growing, it becomes stubble. I imagine your ass having the texture of a Brillo pad. Well, that is what I'm dealing with now, is a hellish torture, and there are times when I just look out the window and contemplate why I shouldn't just jump out and get it all over with,
Oh my God.
rather than endure this agony. Friends, do not shave your ass hair.
Wow.
But, CC, thank you. Thank you for that anecdote. But what I think about is,
I love the part where it was almost vomiting.
yeah, I definitely get that, like, but he shaved, okay, I'm naring.
Naring is like shaving.
But
I'm
so
telling you.
with the stubble, I won't deal with the stubble. Well, it will grow back. So basically, once you nair your asshole, you're stuck in a vicious cycle. Because once that stubble grows in, and I can only imagine your asshole itching with every step. You're back in there naring. You're stuck in the nair.
You're stuck in a loop.
Yeah. I'm gonna be doomed to a hairless asshole forever, or I'm gonna have to like take 2 weeks off.
Not to mention that you could burn yourself.
Right.
I keep telling you because I saw in the Amazon
But
reviews.
it's so entertaining to be like, okay, guys, I naired my asshole. I feel like, but then I also don't want to be the guy that naired his asshole. You know? What if I ball bombs my asshole?
It's the same thing.
I do fear of the shit and sweat ocean.
And the potential vomit.
God. Wouldn't it be so great to hear you talk about the smell of my shit and sweat?
Me?
Oh, yeah, because you'll be there.
I'll not be there.
Yeah, you're gonna leave
I will
me.
be out.
He was gonna leave me if I. Damn. I was doing it for you, man.
I was not asking for this.
Well, I'm still intrigued, but the guy definitely spooked me straight.
I do want to tell you that the poll that you did on Twitter,
Oh yeah.
there has been an update with the numbers.
So, let's open the poll actually. So I was so interested in this debate we've been having with from the front or from the back. Because again, as I said, there's two worlds of white race and they don't even know that they exist. And I felt like an outcast my whole life for lifting up my balls and reaching under there. Right? And so I said, I go to the H3 Podcast on Twitter, the H3 Podcast, and I ask our loyal fans, how do you wipe your ass? From the front or from the back? And it may surprise you, but we have a lot of results here. First of all, 66,534 people participated. So thank you. I feel like this is an actual legitimate census of the American public. Like
And this is for men only because women only have one option.
They're supposed to wipe away from the vag.
And I do love the top comment here. I don't think men wipe. Amanda said.
Well, I don't know who the fuck she's been with, but she's had some foul relationships. Maybe she dated that guy we were just reading. Really? Every time I've been with a guy, it just smells like ass and sweat.
So last time it was 60-40, now it's 61-39.
I feel like it's being brigaded by the front wipers. But anyway, 39% wipe from the front. Those are like-minded brethren who lift their balls and perform a scoop from the front. It's really a scoop the way I do it. It is. It's a scoop. It's a strategic scoop. It's a skilled scoop. It's a scoop that I've been developing for a long time. You lift the balls, you scoop, you're clean, baby. You scoop the shit out. This is a smear. I don't know what this is. You can't scoop
Not
it back.
a smear.
But 61%.
It's a wipe. It's a traditional wipe.
Maybe, but I like scoop. You just want to scoop out. When you're dealing with a hole, you want to be scooping out. You can't wipe a hole. You scoop out of a hole. Am I right? 31%, 39% of you know exactly what I'm talking about. 61% of you wipe from the back. And that's pretty, and I have to say, I'm kind of surprised by how many of them are out there like me that wipe from the front.
Me too.
That's pretty, I mean, that's really close to 50%. That's a 10% variance we're talking about. So speak up, front wipers. Don't leave me in the trenches scooping grenades out of my ass. Okay? Help me represent to the world that we are out there, we are strong, we are people, and we have rights.
We are Papa John.
And go to savepapajohn.com and use butter garlic. I've heard that butter garlic sauce is so powerful it actually can act like Nair and burn the hair right off your skin. I'm gonna try putting butter garlic sauce in my asshole tonight, see if that works. So I thought that was an interesting scientific experiment. We should do more polls because I feel like we're actually making an important contribution to science here.
Great.
Dude, we are really, I feel like we're doing important things here. This is way more than an experience. We have transcended experience time. This is the H3 podcast, fully enlightened. Moment of science and clarity. We'll be right back after this break with Logan Paul versus KSI. Stay tuned. Okay. Do you like Fremont? Insatiable cock hunger.
And why did they nerd before the fight?
If they what?
Nerd.
Oh, yeah. Bro, you know that KSI nared his asshole and Logan Paul ate that ass clean, boy. Insatiable.
Gross.
Insatiable cock hunger. That is the best state. I love the title. What was the title of that?
She got...
What was the title of that video? Because I feel like I can't forget.
Something by a stud.
Let me scroll up, you guys. We're gonna rewind here. Relieved of cock hunger. So they were relieved of their cock hunger for each other.
It's like when you teach a language, we're like teaching you how to use this sentence.
I feel like that phrase has got to live in infamy on relieved of cock hunger. So I think like not only was it about their payday from this single fight, but everything around it was so hyped and so big that it was greatly to the benefit. Are you being?
Did we say what were the actual results for people who don't know?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting there. So Mayweather versus McGregor, just for comparison, 4.4 million pay-per-view buyers.
That's insane.
I mean, that is insane, especially when you consider that the purchase price of that was $100. That equals $440 million.
We were in Vegas during it, remember?
It was insane. Everybody was glued to the TV.
The whole Vegas was about the fight.
Actually, it was really weird. We were playing blackjack in the Hard Rock, and and it was a really weird thing where only certain hotels had the license to play it, even though you could just buy it. I found that so weird.
We thought we could go play and watch it on all the TVs, and then
but
we found
not the
out.
Case.
No.
So then, Austin's bodyguard had his brother. He had his cell phone on the living room table, live streaming
on Instagram.
On Instagram, his TV. And so we were watching a live stream of Instagram of a recording of a TV. And that random live stream ended up having like 10,000 viewers by the time.
And then we found out that was a whole thing. Like there were thousands of people doing that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to take that down. But like, there was a huge crowd behind us too, just to watch on this little iPhone because you couldn't find it anywhere. But anyway, that's 440 million. Wow.
And I looked it up again. That 4.4 million, that's just domestic. That's just U.S. pay-per-view. So overseas, it's probably another million.
So that's the live tickets generated 55 million. What the fuck were they charging people?
Well, I think ringside tickets were probably thousands of dollars.
Like tens of thousands.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Whoa. Total estimate, they brought in 600 million, dude. That is close to $1 billion from one fight.
Crazy.
So Mayweather, as we said, got 300 million. McGregor paid 100 million. I was just really curious because I was like, why? I mean, like, 4.4 versus 800 is a big difference, but I mean, having 1 million live viewers is pretty significant. But I guess at $10 makes a big difference. Well, anyway, just a little comparison there. They were very far from the most popular. But again, to their credit, that's a huge event. We're talking about like the biggest live event of all time.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was interesting to compare those two events. Now let's talk about the fight itself, shall we? Jake Paul won in the 5th round out of 6 via a technical knockout. They ended it. But you know what? Even though Jake Paul did win, it seems that the most entertaining and talked about moment of the night was this image of Jake Paul with a bloody nose. So shout out to Comedy Shorts Gamer. He looked dazed and confused. I feel like that's going to be a lot of people's Twitter profiles. Like a lot of avatars. Well, I don't want to take too much pride in the guy. He's fine, by the way.
Well, he won.
Yeah, he's won. He's fine. He's just pretty great. I guess. I don't know. So apparently that was the highlight of the night, which doesn't say much. Here's a video of Jake Paul being punched in the face 40 times. They've been super strict on the copyright stuff, so I guess this one is editorial enough. So here you go. How many times was Jake Paul punched in the face? People really hate Jake Paul. They're like, yes! Right?
Lots of people love him too. Lots of kids.
Do they?
It wasn't Dan just telling us that he just is now at like, who knows how
I think
many
it was
million.
16 million
I
subs
guess that's
on his
true. That's a
channel.
lot, man.
I gotta say, he's more likable, Logan, right?
I agree. I mean, when he was a guest on our show, he was. He came out looking much better.
Yeah.
I think everyone had a heightened sense of appreciation for him. You know.
That's it. Let's watch him get
That
punched.
being said, let us watch him get punched in the face. Definitely landing some solid punches, Deji. Definitely landed some solid punches, my dude. Now, as I've heard it, is Jake Paul was significantly larger, taller,
Yeah, you can see it right there.
It was not really a fair matchup by
Definitely way
any
taller.
recollection. Apparently, Jake Paul was forced to slouch down because the height difference and the size difference was so great. But hey, shout out to Deji for getting 40 slamming good solid punches to the fucking dome.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Whose edit was this?
I don't know. Some guy. Should I say?
Dankageddon.
Thank you to Dankageddon.
Dankageddon.
For
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you. Yeah. This was pretty funny too, honestly. Post-fight interview with Jake. This just shows you this rivalry. I've always said and suspect that Jake and Logan actually hate each other. Deep hatred of each other. And this kind of proves, like, here's Jake's big moment. By the way, since when did Jake... He's got a kid. They call him Little Jake Paul. He doesn't have a kid, right?
What?
I don't know. So here he's doing his post-fight interview, and he's loving the limelight, and he's enjoying his victory. And his brother...
Whose kid is this?
That's what the fuck I want to know. What do you win the boxing match? You get a kid? That kid's gonna be such a piece of shit when he grows up.
I just googled it. I guess this is a meme. There's a whole bunch of little Jake Paul, or mini Jake Paul, they call him.
But who is he?
Kid kidnapped, I guess. There's a bunch of pictures of him.
He's like, this kid looks like me. I'll take him.
It does look like him.
I'm sure they're
Why
related.
did I do that? I'm not even done yet.
When did you shit out a child?
Nah, there's no way it's his kid.
You know what this kid is? He's like from these Greek mythological stories where it's like, your firstborn is foretold to surpass you in subscribers. And Jake tries to like prevent it from happening. But the kid ends up bigger. And then he also fucks Jake's wife, his mom. Just like the Greek mythology. I'm trying to make it interesting. No? Oedipus, anyone?
Too old.
Not connecting?
Too old for this audience.
Let's move it on. So anyway, he's enjoying the limelight. He's having a lot of fun. Logan Paul comes in and steals the thunder. And it's a blast to watch. Let's enjoy.
Jake Paul and little Jake. What's up, man?
What's up?
This guy.
What do you think that kid's gonna be doing in 18 years, Hilo?
He's a very cute kid. And nobody knows. Could be anything you want.
Yeah, he could be anything. He could be the president, right? He could be an astronaut. He's gonna be great. He's gonna be raised really well by a bunch of well-adjusted people. Their dad, for example, is a really good role model.
Jake's kid. Just a meme.
Guy is a superstar, and tonight you made a star of yourself as well. You're wearing that WBC amateur strap. It was a hard-fought day. There's your brother coming in.
Nobody cares about you.
Nobody cares about you.
Watch the interviewer. He's trying to care about Jake. He's really trying to care about Jake. He really wants to care about him.
And the way it seemed like maybe this was going to be an easy fight for you just because how the conditioning was. What was the toughest part of it?
I think for me personally, I got tired. I don't know.
Now watch Logan. You don't have to care about what Jake's saying, but watch Logan in the back. He acknowledges that there's an interview. You see that? He looks back like 3 times. Do you see that? Let me go back so you can everyone acknowledge that. And so in that moment, he goes, you know what? I'm gonna fucking end this interview. Like you can see the gears moving in his head. Watch. He looks back.
I don't know what I think in my first fight, maybe, but
he goes, yo, what? What the fuck? What the fuck? All the attention's not on me? Look back so many times.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, now watch what happens now.
I was surprised by how much heart that you had. Much respect to him. Hey!
Each and every one of you in this room who's not paying attention to me, please turn the cameras towards me. End all interviews and all conversations that are about me. And please, everybody, focus.
Brother, I'm sorry I couldn't bring home the official.
Yo, let me tell you something. There is no fucking way he wins the second time.
He's so unlikable. You know, you're right. Jake is so much more adorable.
Yeah.
And in that interview, he was being very gracious in victory and everything, and just, you know, if you see I don't know if we're gonna watch the Logan one, but Logan's like, I fucking won that.
No.
I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch it.
Yeah, it's just Jake is
But I
definitely
feel like we need to gift that look of Logan doing a triple check. He literally did a triple check and he shut down the interview. It's so great, that moment. It's just beautiful that was captured. I don't know what this is, but does that make it okay? Buy Jake's new merch. What I mean is merch, my merch, I'm Logan Paul. Merch, does someone say merch? BeMaverick.com.
Got it. Listen, you said you got tired.
Great. That's about all you need to see from that.
That was great.
But I'm telling you, that brotherly rivalry is thick as
Yeah, there is something.
butter garlic sauce. And let me tell you, that sauce is thick as it gets. Okay, delicious, creamy, insatiable hunger, relieved of insatiable butter sauce hunger. Anyway, this shit's fucking gold. I love it. What else we got? Okay, well, guys, listen. We've talked about Jake. and Logan Paul and KSI and Deji, we've talked about it all. Hats off to them. But the fact of the matter is that the real fight is the one that we're all waiting for. Frank Invasion versus Ethan Bradbury. Now there is a prelude to this. Oh, I didn't say it was a tie, by the way. The fight was a tie.
Between Logan and KSI.
Which, for, if you don't know, is extremely rare. One of the rarest outcomes for a boxing match. Almost unheard of. So, a lot of people are saying that the outcome was rigged to help hype up their second match. And to that I say, do you really think they would do that?
And the answer is yes.
Absolutely not. Well, that is an interesting claim because as far as I can tell, that would be a pretty serious crime. To fix
so assuming a dead body in the forest.
Like this. But again, you know, yeah, would they do this? Yes, definitely yes. I personally found the outcome pretty disappointing. I would have been more excited if somebody won.
Yeah.
Because then there's an underdog story going into the next fight.
But then that
I don't know if it actually
makes it
still.
more real. Because they also want, like, the better story.
This guy filmed a dead body in the forest, and you're concerned with if he's rigging a fight for more. No, I think I couldn't care less about that. You know what I mean? Like, do you really think he'd rig that? Like, yeah, because I mean he's done dumb stuff before, but whatever.
Well, I think they thought the tie was the better story.
You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Does that mean that all the bookies won? Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Like,
everyone.
How many people bet on a tie? The bookies are like, sorry. Pretty shady. I agree, it's pretty shady. Are people going to be just as hyped for the second fight? I actually don't think so. Because in their... First of all, it's a tie. I think everyone's disappointed by that. Frankly, I think everyone's kind of over it. And then, Logan and KSI both made videos being like, it was a great fight, I respect him so much, and this whole facade of being like, I'm going to eat your children or whatever. That's the Mike Tyson classic, like, I'm going to eat your children, praise be to Allah. Mike Tyson, nobody can fucking sell a fight like Mike Tyson. He once said to an opponent, I'm going to eat your children, praise be to Allah. I mean, shit, I don't know how better you sell a fight than that.
So back to Frank Invasion.
I don't think that the second one's going to be as hype, because I think the illusion is busted that they hate each other.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll be there. I'm going to be there, and I'll tell you what. I want to send Joey Salads on a live report. I want him to live stream it.
We haven't asked Joey.
Yeah, he's a... I think he's got something better to do. So anyway, so on that same day, Prank Invasion tweets at me. Me and Either were in Santa Cruz enjoying ourselves, having a great vacation. And this honestly just made it even better for me. I had a blast with this. He goes... By the way, for full disclosure, I was on the phone with Prank Invasion. Not on the phone, but I was tweeting with him in DMs. And I was like, hey, do you want to do a Know Your Meme? We'd all love to talk to you and do a segment with you because, I mean, you've been a consistent part of the show for so long. And he's starting to become self-aware, I feel like, with his recent kissing pranks. And then we agreed that we would do it, and he ghosted out on us, which is fine. But then a couple days later, he tweets this at me. I challenge H3 Productions to a fight. If I lose, I delete my YouTube channel and give him $100,000. Well, first of all, Chris, if you delete your YouTube channel, what the fuck am I going to talk about? You think I want you to erase your YouTube channel? I'm going to throw the fight on purpose, man. We can't lose that gem. That's a fucking... Come on, that's history, man. But so I proposed to him, how about a quick game for a quick kiss instead? Which is, something I've been proposing to him for a long time.
Yeah.
I want him to come in here and challenge me.
I gave you approval, too.
What if he got my number? He's like, can I get your number? I was like, fuck. You got any butter garlic sauce? I have a insatiable thirst for cock. I keep forgetting what the exact phrase is. So anyway, this turned into a whole thing. Ken Bone stuck up for me. God bless Ken Bone. He said, I volunteer to serve as tribute in your place. My papa bless my efforts in the battle to come. Ken Bone versus Prank Invasion. I thought that would be interesting, but he said, and Prank Invasion, not to be outdone, tweeted, how about you ask Ela Klein about my kissing prowess? She'll tell you all you need to know. Now quit deflecting. Are you gonna fight me or run scared? Bro, you look like you disappeared for a year and you were in prison and you've been lifting weights that whole time. Like the last video you made, I was scared. I was like, this guy was in prison for a year. Like you look jacked, bro. You look Patrice Wilson jacked. Do you think I'm insane? Do you think that's my skill that I would get in a ring with you and fight you? Why don't you fight Patrice Wilson, dude? I mean, his veins were like surging. Like, what did you do to be in prison for the past 2 years to be that jacked? Because he disappeared, too.
I always love when we get into this kind of feuds or whatever the word is. Mm-hmm. They always try to take a stab at me because it's like, oh, you're married, I'm going to go after your wife.
Yeah. It worked. Well, Eli, I'm asking you now, as he directed me, what about Chris's kissing prowess?
What about it?
Quit deflecting. Are you gonna fight me or run scared? You fucking dumbass. You're gonna fight me. Like everybody, like if you challenge me to a fight on Twitter, I'm like honor bound to oblige. Sir, I challenge you to a duel. No, bro, I actually fucking work. I actually do shit every day. I'm not training in prison to fucking kill someone. And then he continues. All these YouTubers afraid to take me on in the ring. Look at that face. And then of course, he changed his profile description to, I am the best kisser in the world.
Another step into being
the meme.
Self-aware.
Yeah, the meme verse.
Kind of like too self-aware at that point.
So what I was really hoping for, now that Prank Invasion has kind of entered this world of boxing, I would love so much to put together the first ever H3 podcast, H3 Transcendental Experience special fight night. And I will put up $100,000 to the winner of Prank Invasion versus, I don't know, who do you guys think is the best matchup? Joey Salads? Shoe Nice? Ethan Bradbury? Maybe we can do a poll on our H3 podcast handle. But we will organize an event and put up $100,000 frickin' dollars to the winner. I will referee it. Okay, I will be there. We will judge it. It's going to be an incredible night. Prank Invasion, put your money where your mouth is. I'm putting up $100,000 for you to fight. Joey Salads.
I wonder what people think. We should do a poll or something.
Yeah, we should definitely do a poll. But that would be a freaking blast, man. We have to do this. We have to. So that's what I was thinking. What do you guys think? Does that sound like a fun time or what?
It's just gonna be like a fight outside of McDonald's.
Dan, yeah, throw up a poll. Let's get a live count on it. No, I want to rent a venue. I want to publicize it. I want it to be a big deal. Not a big deal. Yeah. Just like an episode. It's like an episode of the podcast. Hopefully I get sponsors to help me pay those. Pay the prize. Dude, the winner gets a kiss from Chris. Maybe we can get that Papa John sponsorship that I've always been looking after. Do you want to talk about this Chinese people story before we move on to the Shoe Nice story?
We can move on to Shoe Nice.
I love this story. I guess maybe we can talk about it next week. So good. Apparently, a Chinese couple. Apparently, sex education is so poor in China that a couple was trying to conceive for 4 years, and they were having anal sex the whole time. I don't know. That's possible.
So they were trying to conceive, and then it wasn't working, and they went to see a doctor, and the lady said every time they have sex, it's usually painful. So she was like, "Let me examine you. Like, why is it painful for 4 years?" And then
She's like, "Lady, you're a virgin."
It turns out they mistakenly have been having anal intercourse.
Lou gave the couple a sex education handbook, and within months, the woman became pregnant. To show their appreciation, they sent the doctor a live hen and 100 eggs as a gift. You know, you think of humans as these really smart, evolved creatures, but when you go out to like the rural parts of the world without medicine or doctors or technology available, we're fucking each other's in the ass trying to make ourselves pregnant. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, right, the guy's just like, yeah, that's how you get pregnant. That blows my mind that two human beings can have anal sex trying to get pregnant. Like, when you're that disconnected from technology, that's how that can go down.
Apparently that is pretty rare to be so lacking of knowledge, but...
Yeah, hang on one second, hang on one second. Okie doke. I am right back. I am here.
Apparently sex education is so... oh, I can't vote on it. That's disappointing. I opened the thread, the poll. Just show me the damn results. Oh, give me a break. Apparently sex education in China is so poor that people are out there having, shooting loads in each other's buttholes. Trying to shit out babies, literally.
So that was the story.
So anyway, okay. Got that out of the way. Great. Let's move on. Shoe Nice is a fucking lunatic. In other news, we mentioned Shoe Nice so briefly in our last episode. So briefly. In fact, I want to show you the video so you can see how brief it was. Just so that you can understand the reaction he had. How insane it is, okay. Shoe Nice. Do you know Shoe Nice? Oh, he's a legend. He eats deodorant, chases alcohol. So he made...
I've heard of him, actually.
Okay, so he made a ASMR eating chips video.
Okay.
He just never showed it, by the way. Alright. So that was, very light mention. And we went into the comments section. And boy, strap up. Because this is a wild fucking ride, my dude. So apparently Shoe Nice has like 20 different accounts. And he switches between them. I don't know if he thinks that we don't know that it's him because they all have his name in the title, or maybe he switched into other accounts to upvote himself, but this is a wild ride. Shoe Nice, first comment. Thank ya, bro, for another mention. Wish I could be the 100th podcast. I'll behave. Love you guys. Then he replies to himself, thank you. He didn't log out of the right one. Then he logs into Shoe Nice YouTube. Thank you, thank you. Then Shoe Nice YouTube videos. Let's do this. Shoe Nice inspirational quote of the day. Shoe Nice loves Hila and wishes she would forgive him. If you guys don't know, he had called you a Jewish whore or something sort. Something sweet like that. And then Boo Nice goes hunting with Shoe Nice. Let's.
Alright, I think I'm done with the live stream for now. I probably will do more videos of this thing I'm building. Cause you all really seem to like a lot of random people seem to really like my Let's Build a Murder Mystery map. So I'm building a zombies map that I'm actually really excited to build, and hopefully y'all like this one. And if you do, like, share, and subscribe. And peace out, because I'll probably once this is done, I'll be doing videos on it probably. So yeah, you gotta watch me build the map and everything else. So yeah, show support and all that good stuff. And I will catch y'all later.